A new series on Photoshop, and with Photoshop you're editing images, and so I've added some images of my own in a shared folder. If you want to follow along and use the same images that I'm working with, you can use that folder, or if you want to use your own images, you're welcome to do that and follow along. So this screen shows some tutorials. I'm allowed to open up files. I can create a brand new file. I have some pictures open that I have worked on or edited or opened in the past, so they're right there for me. But I'm just interested in opening up an image. So obviously there's an open button, and I'm going to find the ducks image, and then I can open it up. Now, before I hit this open button to open it up, yours might not, mine came up right away. It defaulted to this folder. You might need to look in another area. If you use my images, if you download those, it might go to a downloads folder. So you might have to look a little bit for where your pictures are and what picture you want. But I'm going to go ahead and open up this ducks. And now my screen looks like this. So I have some panels over here on the right. I have colors, swatches, gradients, patterns. You might see something different. That's okay. I'll show you how to change those in a moment. There's a toolbar up here. This is context sensitive, which means that it changes depending on what you're working on. So if I'm working on text, this will have text kind of things to change font size and the font and different properties there about font. If I'm working on a shape, it'll have shape type things to change the stroke and the fill of the shape. And then these are your general tools that we'll be using. Now, I did tell you that if you don't see these panels over here, this is my setup, or if you're missing something over here, you can find anything under the window. So there's the tools. If I click on that, it has a check mark there because it's here, but if I click on that, that now went away. If I want to bring it back, it has no check mark, so I'm going to click on it and that brings it back. Same thing with the panels. So there's a color panel here. If I go to window, colors open, I can get rid of it, and I can also bring it back, or I can open up other panels that aren't currently open. You can tell what's open because it has a check mark beside it. And we're going to explore a little bit more about Photoshop as we move along. But that's just a basic on how to open an image. So if from the main screen you hit the open button, same thing here. There's an open, so under File, Open. There's also Open As and some other things which we'll explore in another lesson. But this will just get you started just opening up an image in Photoshop.